Welcome to the Divine Marriage Relationship. On this particular presentation, we want to talk about something that is very important, and that is redeeming the time. Taking advantage of the time that we have with our mates, and realizing that life doesn't last forever, realizing that our mates are so precious to us and so valuable. I have had lots of concerns and even some regrets about not taking opportunities to do things with my mate in our earlier years. And I look back and I say, wow, I didn't realize that time would fly like that. And so some things I didn't do, some things I said I'll do later. And some of those things I never did. And sometimes they never happened later. And that made me feel like, when I look back and say, wow, but think about the things that I could have done. I think about the things that I should have done, with things that she wanted me to do. When she went to Africa and to other places across the world, to France and Russia, and wanted me to go to Hawaii, and I didn't go. What was wrong with my mind then? I guess I was off into studying and trying to preach and give the Word of God and trying to minister and do other things. But let me tell you something, whatever you're involved in is not as important as being involved with your mate, with your lover. But I look up now, and God has still given us health and strength. God has still given us life. And even though we are older now, and we have spent quite a bit of time here on earth doing other things, God is saying, look, I've given you health and strength, and there's still time. There's still time for you to love your mate, travel with your mate, to enjoy your mate, just to sit by the fireplace and put your toes to the fire and hold one another. There's still time to walk out on the beach. There's still time to go on a boat ride. There's still time to just take time and just talk to one another, to look at one another in the eye and spend time with one another. There's still time. And I hope that any married couple who is listening to this will try to realize the value of time together, the value of the preciousness of your mate, the preciousness of her presence, the touching and the feeling that you get when you hear her voice. And when you hold her hand and you look her in the face, and she's still there, and she's still breathing, and she's still there, and she's still loving you, and you're still loving her, it's no time to waste. Now is the time. Because there's yet time if God has left you both here. And especially if you have your health and strength and soundness in mind, God has left you here not to argue, not to fight with one another, not to dispute with one another, but to love one another. Lay aside petty arguments and take your wife and your husband, ladies, hold their hands and look at them, because you don't know how long you're going to have to hold their hands and look at them in the face and tell them how much you love them. I'm enjoying marriage, and my wife and I were enjoying marriage so much so I did what they call a checkpoint the other day. A checkpoint is when you begin to check yourself, and you begin to check and make sure that your love is still strong for your mate. And I did the checkpoint, and my love was still strong for her, and hers was still strong for me. And I thanked her for continuing to love me and continuing because, as I told her the other day, she's the most important thing in the world to me now. She's the best thing that is left on this earth. She is the most important. And so we're going to try to make good use of the time. It looks like this time is passing by so much. It's passing by, it's passing by. It's going by. Each day is gone as the days go by and as the moments fly. Gets to give love your best. Take the opportunity to love. Love your mate. Realize their preciousness. Let your mind go back to all that you've been through together. How you stuck with one another. How you suffered together. How you went through victories together. And how with all of your friends and your loved ones who are gone now, your wife is still here. Look her in the eyes and thank God for her every day. Every day. There's still time. Yes. Take that time. Take that moment. Run out on the beach. Hold one another. Have a good time. Go to a movie or go somewhere. Or just sit at home and eat popcorn together. Lay on the couch together and look at one another in the eyes and enjoy your mate. There's still time. There's still time. There's still time. There's still time. Look at your mate. Wherever they are in the house now. Go where they are. Look at your mate. Tell your wife, there's still time, honey. Let's make the best of our time. There's still time. Yes. Let's make full use of our time. God has given us time and given us life. But those of you who have your health and strength, God has given us the time to love, the time to fulfill our dreams with our mates. God bless you and keep you. And remember, we must do it while there is time.